how's it going? And I hope you all are doing really, really well tonight. In tonight's video, we are going to be reading some riddles and mind tricks, basically to fool your brain. And hopefully these riddles and brain teasers will be nice and relaxing. Not too tricky, but hopefully tricky enough to help you relax, all whilst having a bit of fun tonight. So if you are looking forward to the video, please do leave it a like, it would be greatly appreciated. And if you are new to the channel, please do subscribe. We are closing in on 10k, we're not too far away, and I would absolutely love to hit that very, very soon. So thank you all so much for the support lately. But I think what we will do for this video is I'm going to shift on over to the right a wee bit, and I'll put the riddles on the screen as we read them, so it hopefully should be a lot of fun and nice and relaxing. So let's get into some of these riddles. So let's get started with the first riddle. And just a quick disclaimer, I cannot see the answers to these riddles as we read them. So we'll spend about a minute or two on each riddle trying to work them out. And if you guys know them, then let me know in the comments which ones you knew. But it should be nice and fun trying to work them out. Hopefully it doesn't take me too long. And I have a feeling there's going to be quite a lot of these questions that are probably going to stump my brain a wee bit. Maybe make me go, quite a lot. So let's get started with the first riddle. And it is, what can be broken but is never held? What can be broken but is never held? I think I have a good idea as to what this can be, and I think the clue is in the first, 3 or 4 words. What can be broken? The first sort of non-tangible thing that comes to my mind is a heart. But I mean, I've never heard someone say you can hold a heart, so I guess my guess for this question, this riddle, for what can be broken but is never held, I'm going to go with a heart. Let's take a look at the answer. Oh, okay. So the actual answer is a promise. Oh, a heart can be held, I guess, if in hospitals and things like that, I guess. But a promise, that makes more sense. That can be, you can break a promise, but you can't hold a promise. I was thinking maybe silence as well would be a good answer, because you can break silence, but you can't hold silence, can you? I guess you can sort of be quiet, but let's stop coming up with alternatives. The next riddle is, what is it that lives if it is fed and dies if you give it a drink? So something that lives if it is fed but dies if you give it a drink. Oh, that's a tricky one. Oh, that's a very, very tricky one. We're only in the second riddle and I'm stumped. I am stumped. What is it that lives if it is fed and dies if you give it a drink? I don't have a clue for So let's take a wee look. Fire. Ah, okay. Fire, fire, fire. So you can feed a fire with wood and logs and things like that. You can feed it, obviously, and that will create the fire to keep burning. And if you give it a drink of water, for example, it will go out, it will die. That's a clever one. I rate that one. Let's move on to the next riddle. What word would you use to describe a man who does not have all his fingers on one hand? Why do I feel like this is some sort of joke? What word would you use to describe a man who does not have all his fingers on one hand? So, wait, what? I can't comprehend that. So he doesn't have all his fingers on one hand. So does that mean, like, on one of his hands he's only got like 2 or 3 fingers, or does that mean he's normal and he's got all his fingers? I'm a bit confused with this one. He doesn't have all his fingers on one hand. What word would you use to describe a man who does not have all his fingers on one hand? I'm just gonna go with normal. Maybe it's like a trick question, I don't know. That's the answer. The answer is normal, because people usually have half their fingers on one hand. I got it. It literally says normal in the answer. So that's quite good. By the way, if you want to see the website where I'm getting all these riddles from, to where you can see the answers for themselves, I'll put a little link in the description to where you can view these for yourself, because there's actually 114 riddles. But I'm thinking tonight we'll maybe read about 20 or so, and then if you want to see more, I'll maybe do a part 2. So the next riddle. What can one catch that is not thrown? And I think I have a good guess for this one. I'll let you guys have a wee minute though. What can one catch but is not thrown? Catch, you can catch it, but you cannot throw it. So my guess is like a cold or an illness or a sickness, because you cannot, I guess you can't physically throw a cold. But I think that's my answer, or like the flu or something. Let's take a look. Yep, there we go, a cold. I feel like I'm quite good at this. What are we, like 50% right now? I don't know. I think we've only got one wrong. So let's move on to the next one, which is, what is it that if you have, you want to share me, and if you share, you do not have? So if you have this object or thing, you want to share it, but if you do share it, you don't have it. Could it be something like time? If you have time, you want to give time away, or do something with your time, and if you give your time away, then you don't have time. I don't know if that makes sense. There might be something else. Let's keep thinking. So if you have this object or thing, you want to share it. I think I'm just going to reveal the answer. Let me know if you guys got any of these, by the way. Ah, okay. So the answer is a secret. So if you have a secret, you obviously, well, not obviously, but you feel the need to share it. And if you do share the secret, it's no longer a secret anymore. So that's quite clever, that riddle. I like that. Now this next one I have actually heard many times before, but I'll read it anyways. And it is, If a plane crashes on the border between the United States and Canada, Canada, where do they bury the survivors? And I know what you're probably thinking. Well, they could bury them in either country or wherever they're from. But if we read it again nice and carefully, if a plane crashes on the border between the United States and Canada, where do they bury the survivors? Survivors, where do you bury survivors? Well, you don't, do you? If you're a survivor, you're still alive, so you don't get buried. That's my guess. There we go, survivors are not buried. That was a nice easy one. If it takes 8 men 10 hours to build a wall, how long would it take? 4 men. Well, if it takes 8 men 10 hours to do a job, then surely it would take 4 men twice as long, right? Because they've got less people. I have a feeling the answer is going to be like people think that it's meant to be 5 hours, but it's actually meant to be 20 hours. I think that's the trick here, because you would think less people, less time, but no, less people, more time. So my guess is 20 hours. Let's take a look. The answer is so silly, by the way. The answer is no time, because the wall is already built. That just makes me feel very, very silly. That's one of those questions where it's like, it's borderline like, is it really a riddle? Like, it's more like a trick question. It's the sort of question that if you were like a 5-year-old, you would get the answer. It reminds me of that question that's like, how do you fit an elephant in a fridge? And it's like, oh, I don't know, maybe it's too big, you need a really big fridge. But the answer is just open the fridge door, put the elephant in, and close the door. And then it's, how do you fit a giraffe in a fridge? And they're like, oh, I'll follow on from what you said and open the fridge door, put the giraffe in, and close the door. But the answer is open the fridge, take the elephant out, put the giraffe in, and then close the door. And then it's, so there's a party and every animal in the world is invited. Every single animal makes it, except from one animal. What doesn't make it? And it's the giraffe, because he's still in the fridge. I hate those kind of questions. It's, right. Anyways, let's stop rambling on and move on to the next riddle. If you have a bowl with six apples, and you take away 4, how many do you have? So if you have a bowl of 6 apples and you take away 4, how many do you have? So, who thought that it was 2? If you think it's 2, you'd be wrong. I'm going to reveal the answer, but I know that it's 4. Yup, there we go. So you would have 4, because you take away 4. So therefore, you're left with 4 apples. That's another silly one. If you only had 1 match and entered a dark room containing an oil lamp, some kindling wood, nice light first. Well, I don't know about you guys, but personally, I would light the match first. I've heard this one before. It's a clever one, and yet the match, that is the first thing you light. It's a clever one. I do like that one. So next up, we have, if Mrs. John's bungalow is decorated completely in pink, with the walls, carpets, and furniture all shades of pink, what colour are the stairs? Let's think about this one. So, Mrs. John lives in this bungalow. Bungalow. That's a nice word. And it's decorated completely in pink, with the walls, the carpet, and the furniture all shades of pink. What colour are the stairs? Am I missing something, or is it like a different colour? Surely it would be pink, right? Mrs. John's bungalow. She lives in a bungalow. And bungalows don't have stairs. So my guess is that there are no stairs in Mrs. John's bungalow. There we go. There are no stairs because bungalows do not have a second floor. Next up. How did the boy kick his soccer ball or football 10 feet and then have it return straight back to him all on its own? That's a difficult one. So he kicks a ball, it goes 10 feet, then comes straight back to him. I guess maybe they're not very specific. Someone could have kicked it back, or it could have. Oh, I think I've got an idea. Let me know what you guys think, but I think he kicked it and it hit a wall. The boy kicks his soccer ball 10 feet and then have it come straight back to him on its own. So it says on its own. So I think it must have hit off a wall, right? Let's take a look at the answer. He kicked it straight up. That makes sense. You kick it up, it's gonna come back down. I feel so stupid. It's quite lame. That's my excuse now. Right. Next up. How could a man go outside in the pouring rain without protection and not have hair on his head get wet? So a man goes outside in the pouring rain without protection and not have a hair on his head get wet. Is the man bald? Or is he? That's my guess. I think the man's bald. Because therefore he doesn't have any hairs on his head. So he won't get any hairs wet. That was an easy one, yeah. He was bald. The next riddle. If an electric train is moving north at 100 miles an hour and a wind is blowing to the west 10 miles per hour, which way does the smoke blow? Did I read that right? Wait a minute. Yeah, I definitely read that right. That question at the end just threw me off. I did not expect that. Which way does the smoke blow? So it's going 100 miles an hour north, and then the wind is blowing 10 miles per hour west. I don't know if this is the right orientation when I watch this back, by the way, but surely the wind would blow west, right? Or like maybe it would go sort of southwest because it's going faster north. So I feel like if you imagine like an axis, it would kind of be going like down that way, like about 7 o'clock-ish, if you think about it. let's take a look. I really need to read these questions a bit better. An electric train has no smoke because it's electric, of course. Anyways, let's move on to the next one. How was it possible that every single person in an airplane crash died, but 2 people survived? Every single person in an airplane crash died, but 2 people survived. It can't be the pilot and the co-pilot because they would have died too if every single person did. Bit of a sad riddle, by the way, but everyone died, but 2 people survived in an airplane crash. I'm gonna read it again very carefully because it's happened a lot. How was it possible that every single person in an airplane crash died, but 2 people survived? Maybe the 2 people weren't in the airplane crash. Oh, wait, what? The 2 survivors were married. I don't understand that. Wait. Every single person. Oh, every single person. That is a very stupid answer. So every single person, not married or anything, died, but 2 people survived. It was the married couple. That is, that's annoying. What breaks and never falls? And what falls and never breaks? So, I guess you could say dawn. Dawn breaks, but you don't say dawn falls. And night falls, but night doesn't break. That is my guess. Let me know what you all think. But I think it's like dusk and dawn. Or night and dawn, whatever you want to call it. Day breaks and night falls. There we go. That's basically the same, right? Nightfall and then dawn. The break of dawn. Right. The next riddle. What's this, like riddle number 15, 16? I don't really know. Some months have 31 days. Others have 30 days. But how many have 28 days? Well, 1. February. February is the only month that has 28, or 29 on a leap year. By the way, I have a question. What happens to people that are born on February the 29th on a leap year? Do they, like, let me know if you're born on February 29th. I want to know. Do you celebrate your birthday on the 28th or the 1st of March? Or do you, like, I don't know, what would you do? I guess your true birthday only happens one every 4 years. Anyway, right. So how many months have 28 days? Well, just the one, February. Oh, my days. That was a stupid one. Every month has 28 days. Some obviously have a couple more. But at least every month has at least 28 days. That's silly. I feel like a bit of an idiot now. You guys are all gonna go commenting in the comments like, how did you not get that? But honestly, yeah, it's been a long night and I'm tired, and yeah. The next riddle. The attorney is my brother, testified the accountant, but the attorney testified he did not have a brother. Who is lying? Okay, so the attorney is saying, no. So the accountant's saying that the attorney is his brother, but the attorney testified that he didn't have a brother. Who is lying? The attorney is my brother, but he got tested and he Unless it's like another family member, like a sister. What if the accountant, right, here's my idea. The accountant is the attorney's sister. That way, the accountant saying that the accountant is the accountant is the sister, and they're saying that the attorney is the sister's brother. And the attorney doesn't have a brother, but they have a sister. Let's take a look. Yeah, there we go. Neither one, because the accountant was the sister. That wasn't too difficult. That wasn't too difficult. Uncle Bill's farm had a terrible storm, and all but 7 sheep were killed. How many sheep are still alive? Is that actually that easy? Let me know if you guys can work this out. So Uncle Bill's farm had a terrible storm, and all but 7 sheep were killed. How many sheep are still alive? 7, right? All but 7. It's gotta be 7, right? Yeah, 7. I don't know where I was meant to go wrong there, but next up, what do you call a woman who knows where her husband is all the time? I don't know. What do you call a woman who knows where her husband is all the time? Controlling. I don't know. What do you call a woman who knows where her husband is all the time? Oh no, I just looked at the answer. Oh, I feel so bad now. A widow. Damn it. I don't think I was going to get that either way, but that's quite sad. That's very sad. I guess if you are a widow, you would know, sadly. And for the last riddle of the night, what do you sit on, sleep on, and brush your teeth with? Okay, what? I did not expect that as the third one. So, something that you can sit on, and sleep on, and brush your teeth with. Brush your teeth with. I accidentally said time there, because in my head I was thinking that the answer is time. You can sleep on time, you can sit on time, and you brush your teeth with time, right? That's how we started. I think that's how we're going to end off the day. Oh, okay. It's literally just the 3 straight answers. A chair, a bed, and a toothbrush. I was thinking of something that they all had in common. That's a dumb answer, Right, so I think that is where we are going to end tonight's video. If you guys did enjoy, please do leave a like. And let me know if you want to see a part 2 to these riddle reading mind tricks. Anyways, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video.